welcome to the Liverpool Community Podcast. I'm your host, Chase Johnson Lynch. We here at Big Condo Academy love to have these conversations with regular people who are doing fantastic work in our community, and we love to give them a chance to highlight what they do and how important that they are to the people that are around them. One such person that is joining us here today is Kate Davis, who is the head of fundraising at the Liverpool Women's Hospital, but she's here representing the Liverpool Women's Charity. Is that right, Kate?
That's right, Chase. Yeah, thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for coming in. I mean, as I said to you, I'm a local boy from Tossif. I know I don't sound like it, but my son was born in Liverpool Women's Hospital, so, I'm a big, huge fan.
Good.
Like everybody else, because it's kind of like, when you talk about hospitals in Liverpool, there's always the Royal and the Liverpool Women's. You know what I mean? And what's even actually more interesting about that now is rumor has it that the Liverpool Women's is looking to move.
Yes, so this is all to do with providing best patient safety. So the hospital will be moving, but it is subject to NHS funding. So
everything's subject to funding.
It really is, and a decision outside of the hospital's hands, really. But yeah, we support the move. That will help with our patient safety.
Yeah, it's going to be like a little medical village, because if they move over to where you're talking about moving, because as most of us know that the Royal has already moved, Clatterbridge is over there or something like that. So they got a little medical village happening up there.
Yeah.
And so now if they're joined by the Liverpool Women's, because you was just saying, well, even though the women's deal with a lot of female issues like around pregnancy, neonatal care, and all that kind of stuff, you might have a heart attack or something else like that, and you're just close into the neighborhood where everything is, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
And everything. I love that. So, Liverpool Women's Charity, you said that it's been around since, 1998?
Yeah, so the hospital was built on Crown Street in 1995, opened by Princess Diana. And the charity,
Nice.
It was, yeah. And the charity sort of came about a few years later. It was started really by Jan Walton, the mum of the sextuplets that everybody in Liverpool knows.
Right.
And it went from strength to strength there. Jan particularly championed knitting for premature babies. We now have a state-of-the-art shop that is dedicated to knitting. We've got an army of knitters who provide some beautiful knitted goods for our patients and families.
Yeah.
And yeah, it raises a significant amount of money for us.
Kate, I always try to tell people, we do a pre-interview. Kate's jumping ahead to the end of our pre-interview, and so that could throw me off a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's okay, Kate. We'll get back to the little Woolens and everything. We'll come back to them and everything. But what I thought was interesting when you mentioned the famous sextuplets, because the mom was one of the big fundraisers, wasn't she, at the time?
Yes.
And then I said, how old are those sextuplets and stuff? And you say they're now about 38, aren't
I think so, yeah. I think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder what they're doing. What are you out there doing, you old sextuplets, you, and everything? Because it'd be one of those cool things. It's like having them come to one of your fundraising events.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Look at me trying to tell you what to do. I know it was already in your mindset and stuff. So now, as an American, and we all know I'm from New York and everything like that, where we don't get such beautiful things as free healthcare. So one of the major things about England and Liverpool is free healthcare. But what I'm finding strange is that services like yourselves and other services, like we talked with St. Joseph's Hospice, you need money and stuff like that. So I was just saying that, why do you need fundraising? Can you tell us?
Yeah, so we support all the activities that Liverpool Women's Hospital does. We go above and beyond what the NHS provides. So we provide the special things, the things that makes the patient experience a bit better.
Yeah.
So, for example, on our neonatal unit, the NHS would have you sitting on a plastic chair to give skin-to-skin contact with your baby.
Yeah.
We fundraise to provide reclining seats that are comfortable, so you can spend as much time as you want with your baby and be comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
So it's the special things, it's the things that make the whole experience easier for families.
Yeah. Pretty much you're really interested in patient care, aren't you?
Very much.
And everything. And it's the nurturing side of the women's hospital, isn't it? But I mean, like, I think you mentioned something about like you guys need like about 300K a year.
We do, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, but we're a small charity in terms of our turnover, and we want to grow. We need to provide more. The world we're living in at the moment is difficult for everybody, and the women's hospital's no exception to that. We're seeing a lot of women come in need. They don't have the things that we would take for granted. They don't have toiletries, they don't have clean pyjamas, and they don't have things for the baby. So a lot of the work we're doing is providing care bags for those vulnerable women who come to us. And unfortunately, we're seeing more of that. So that's a big part of what we do. We try and, help women when they come into the hospital if they need it.
But also, thankfully, the community realizes this themselves, and they have been a big part of helping you with that.
Yes.
You were saying it's like some people can't like maybe give 300K, but they have been helpful in delivering
Very
care
much so,
packages such
yeah.
as what you just mentioned.
Yeah, we're really lucky. The community that we're surrounded by is fully supportive of Liverpool Women's and will help if we ask. I mean, another example of that is our gynae care bag appeal for women who have maybe experienced miscarriage. They come to our gynae emergency ward. They will have bled heavily. We're putting together black leggings, black underwear and toiletries so women can go home in clean clothes after they've been treated. And it's providing women with a little bit more dignity.
Yeah, of
and
course.
as you said, Chase, it's that care that Liverpool Women's does pride
Yeah.
itself on giving, going that extra mile.
No, definitely, definitely. One of the things that you guys have been also working on that you could also use some support around, you were saying is that you want to develop a bereavement suite, which you already have kind of like something like that, but you want to refurbish some of the rooms and stuff. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we do. So this is our current appeal. We're hoping to raise £100,000 to provide 4 rooms, 2 on our delivery suite and 2 on our gynae ward to provide a safe haven for families who've sadly experienced baby loss.
Yeah.
These suites will be filled with home-from-home comforts. They will have double beds, they will have baths, they'll have mood lighting, and they'll have a special area for the baby to be placed in a cold cot. So families can really make memories, take photos, have other extended family members come and visit to see the baby, whilst being supported by our specialist bereavement midwives, which we call the honeysuckle team.
Oh, nice.
It means bond of love, and again at Liverpool Women's it's something we're really proud
Yeah.
of, and it's about giving families time to grieve in comfortable surroundings so they can say goodbye to the baby in their own time as well. So we're really keen to get this project off the ground and provide these refurbished rooms.
Yeah, and they're set up for them to eat and sleep as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, they can spend as much time as they need there, tea and coffee, and most importantly, that practical support from our specialist midwives as well, because it's a very daunting time when you've lost your baby.
Yeah, of course.
You feel quite isolated and you don't know what to do, and the team will guide you through what needs to happen.
Well, I mean, it's amazing stuff. I mean, but I guess back to your role as a fundraiser, you obviously have to put on various different events. Phil was actually happy with this one. Let me see if I can say it. The pink and purple pram push around Princess Park. The multiple P's. This is happening on the 27th of May and everything. So tell us about this PPPP event.
Yes, so this is the second time we've done this, and it's about, again, bringing the community together. It's a 5K route around Princess Park. You can push your pram, you can walk your dog, you can stroll it, you can walk it, run it, whatever you'd like to do. Talk to others, and there's an entry fee of £5 for an individual ticket, £20 for a family ticket, and it all raises money for the neonatal unit. So a lovely, lovely event around Princess Park.
Nice. I mean, and utilizing Princess Park well, especially now that we're getting good weather and everything else like that. So, I mean, I think that would be fantastic this year, So let's see what else you got going on. So on the 3rd of June, you have a fashion show.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about that.
So again, this is to raise money for the neonatal unit. We are hosting it at the Bentley. We have the drag queen Kiki Payne joining us, also to host. We have the wonderful Paula Johnson from Sparkle Studio in Garston providing the fashion show. We've got 10 wonderful models from Liverpool Women's Hospital, all normal women, all different shapes.
What do you mean,
and
like,
sizes.
yeah, well, we like that, all different shapes and sizes.
To show
Wait,
off.
you left out Steve Charles.
Oh, and I can't forget Steve Charles, who's a wonderful singer who's going to be joining us again on the night, all to raise money for the neonatal unit and great raffle prizes as well. So,
Yeah. I mean, like, because you've been involved since, 2019, right?
Yeah, so
you
early
must
days.
have seen, well, what is that, like 4 years? I could count. You must have seen, like, a lot of these different events come and go. I mean, like, what is your, has it been good? Has it been...
Yeah, I mean, COVID got in the way, really.
Obviously,
Yeah,
right. When I said 2019, I was wondering why I was drawing a blank.
Yes, yeah. So we had a great calendar of events, but unfortunately, for those reasons, they were cancelled. So we're just beginning to see some growth now. We're seeing people getting back to doing the things that they enjoyed. There's lots more events happening, and we're able to do our events as well, which is lovely because
Yeah.
it's difficult times, as we've mentioned, and we need this money to come into the hospital.
Exactly.
So, we're pleased to be able to do this again. And there's lots of other ways that people can get involved. We've got challenge events as well. So
Challenge event?
Yes.
What kind of challenge?
We have
Food challenge?
we have a lot of events that you can take part in: the skydive, abseil.
Abseiling, where they doing that down the Canal building?
No, we're doing it down the Anglican Cathedral.
What?
Yeah, so,
oh, wow.
That's on the 8th of July. If anybody's interested in doing that for us, you're more than welcome.
No, watching maybe. Have you ever been to the top of the
Yes, I have.
cathedral?
It's
like,
very
I can't
high.
imagine like being at the top, but then trying to go over that edge and abseil down. Wow, that's crazy. But there are people out there who are wild dogs.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Anna Sexton.
Anna Sexton did that.
That's right. So we know some wild dogs. And everything. And so also, it's not like we're doing like a yearly calendar, but it's just good for people to know because, you got the video. Is that in December, hey, it's Strictly Come Dancing time once again, people. Look at that. Look at them shoulders and everything, So what's happening there?
Yeah, so again,
What's that? You said it's at the Adelphi or?
It is at the Adelphi, yeah. Well remembered, yeah. So it's our second year of doing Strictly Come Dancing. It raises a great amount of money. This will be for the Bereavement Suite Appeal. It's going to be at the Adelphi. We've got 10 people partnered with 10 professional dancers to raise as much money as they can and have a great night. Coming up to Christmas, people can use it for the Christmas nights out.
Yeah,
Really good way to support the charity and have a great night.
I think one of the judges is Lady Ann Dodd, Ken Dodd's wife.
Yes, indeed.
She did it before, didn't she?
She did. She did it last year, and she'd love to do it again for us this year. So, yeah, we're really lucky to have Lady Ann.
Need to get Pauline Daniels in there, you know what I mean? Look at that, look at me name dropping. I didn't know these names, Chase. I don't know. I mean, with all of this stuff going on, I usually ask people, what is your origin story? Because you're a superhero. So what's your origin story there, Kate?
So I originally left university, went straight to the civil service, thought, great job. Was bored in about 6 months of doing that and decided... As you do. Decided I wanted to do something more worthwhile. Got a job at a local charity in Croxteth called Shadow, which is no longer there now. That was drug rehabilitation and counselling. Loved it. Then went on to the School of Tropical Medicine, fundraising there. Then the University of Liverpool, fundraising there. So major gift prospecting, alumni stuff. And then...
But all right. Fundraising's got to be hard.
It is.
But we all, if you're a small company, we all need a bid writer or somebody to just kind of like do the due diligence and just sit there and do that. Yeah. Do you enjoy it?
I love it.
Oh, well.
I do, Chase. You get to meet some fantastic people and people who...
Really, I think you're in the dark somewhere in the corner.
Oh, no.
One light.
DCU change, let's face it.
Well, that's a good thing. But go ahead.
But we do. And people who really want to make a difference and people who care.
Yeah.
And, that's a lovely thing to be part of. It really is.
Of course it is. Yeah.
So,
No. Because, see, I mean, I think also the thing about it is that, like, you're different from other, I'm not going to say normal bid writers, from other type of bid writers, because as a registered charity, you don't exist in the same way that CICs do when they're doing their bids. And, they're like kind of like, set type of things that they could go for or do. But you said something that I thought was kind of weird and interesting. You said that a lot of funding doesn't like to give to the NHS charity.
Yeah.
Let's call them out. No, but why? No, because it's something about that they expect you to already have your own money or something.
It's publicly funded, the NHS, so it is unusual that they do have charities, but we provide the nice things, the special things, outdoor spaces for families, playgrounds for children who may be visiting. We go above and beyond. It is the nice things to have, which makes people's experience of hospital a bit better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. And stuff. And like when you mentioned Captain Tom and everything, like this was a person who went around. Now, I'm thinking about Speedo Mike, but that's a different guy, ain't he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Sorry, Captain. But so he gave a lot of support as well, didn't
They
he?
did. So during COVID, Captain Tom undertook to walk some laps around his garden. Well, he ended up raising 10 million or something around that, which was absolutely a phenomenal
I'm sure it
amount.
wasn't just walking around his garden.
I think that the community and I think the nation really got behind it at a difficult time for the whole country.
Yeah.
All that money went to NHS Charities Together. That's a member organisation which we were part of. So we were able to apply for some of that money to support staff welfare and wellbeing. It was a difficult time for our staff during COVID, so that money went to enhance different staff facilities, sort of rest areas. We had free meals for staff, and it really did help keep them going during COVID, which was really difficult for the NHS staff.
I can imagine. Now, we're at that point where we, somehow jumped ahead at the beginning of the interview. Now we're here. So this is when we will be talking about the little woodlands. Not woodlands, little woodlands. Little sheep. And the army of knitters. So tell me about it, because this seems to be one of your favorite things.
Oh, it really is. It's a really special place that we've got now at the hospital. We've got a dedicated shop that sells this beautiful knitting that our knitters make for us. They provide all the wool, they do all the hard work and produce some beautiful knitted goods for babies, hats, mittens, booties and lovely cardigans. And
you said it's hard to actually get that in the market, isn't it?
It is. So obviously we've got a neonatal unit, so we've got a lot of premature babies in with us, and those babies, it's hard to get clothes that fit for them. So we've got a lot of small things that our knitters knit for them, so families can buy that as well.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to be part of for the knitters. They feel like they're doing something worthwhile, and it raises about £25,000 a year for the charity, which is super.
Could you talk about how people could apply to become part of that?
Yes, so if you're
because, I know, Phil's got family who like to knit.
Yeah.
Everybody's got family.
Shout out to Sister Helen. Go on.
Okay, shout out to Sister Helen who likes to knit. So, how can she get involved?
Well, what you can do is you can email fundraising at lwh.nhs.uk. Tell us what you'd like to do, and send it in to us, and we'll do a little thank you for you.
That's amazing. And probably also because you might be new at knitting.
Helen's
Helen's
isn't doing this.
I'm not talking about Helen. I'm just saying, because you might be new at knitting. I think that's why you were saying that it's cool, because they actually make more baby size,
They do.
like mittens and stuff. Because like usually, like if you were to buy that in a store, it'd be from age 1 up.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Yes. So this is the baby.
So it's
small
like, yeah,
baby things.
I couldn't really complete a whole hand. Or I ain't getting that late, you know what I mean? So, but the little woolens, that's kind of like a cute one.
It is cute, and I've just remembered, Chase. We've got a knit and natter on the 6th of June. So if
I
anybody,
love knit and natter.
It's
It's
great.
like, you know, if you ever been to these local charities like Life Rooms or anything, they usually have groups
Yeah.
that do that knit and natter because it's like, and I don't want to say it's just for older people,
No.
but a lot of times it is. But go ahead, tell us about your knit and natter.
Yes, so our knit and natter is on the 6th of June. It's at the hospital. It's a chance for everybody who knits for us to come together, have an afternoon tea with us, and hear about, you know, the amazing things that have happened on the neonatal due to their generosity and their donations of knitting. So just a really nice afternoon for everyone to come together and just chat about, you know, what they've made possible.
Yeah. Well, obviously, what this is all about is what you can do to support your local medical service, you know, because as you are hearing, there are a lot of people who are donating time, donating care packages. You know, it's not just about money, it's about care and everything else like that. And what they're trying to do is care more for the individuals, such as the bereavement rooms and the prenatal, prenatal,
Neonatal.
neonatal. Yeah, I can say it. Neonatal, Matrix, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so wait a minute. I also, because you know you've been doing this like pretty much on your own for some time, you do have a person that works with you.
Yes, Orla.
Orla, so we can't leave Orla out. See, I love it. Like, you know, like somebody comes and joins me here in the studio, and you know, it's not just about them; it's about the team that
Yeah.
you work with, especially if the team is small. So it's always good to give a shout out because you know, Orla will be watching this and going, "Never mention me."
There you go. That's
Now you got your mention, Orla. It's all about, you know what I mean? But I think you said you were looking for 2 more or 1 more.
No, we've just recruited for a fundraising manager to join us, so we're excited for that in July. So yeah, we'll be a
So
team
what?
of 3.
They already been
Yeah.
hired
Yes, they have. Yeah,
and stuff like that. So someone new, someone mysterious.
Who's that then?
that's Lauren.
Lauren.
Now Lauren's not taking the job. So like, Phil, that's your fault. You wasn't supposed to mention her. She said she's supposed to start.
Oh no, what's the benefit of it then?
That's okay. It's okay. Lauren will be thankful.
Lauren.
Either way you look at it, the Liverpool Women's Charity is a great organization led by, you know, someone with passion that you have, and I appreciate you coming in to the studio to give us a little bit of insight into an organization that is around us and that is just as important for us to be aware of, especially when it's got that pink and purple pram pushed around Princess Park.
You managed it again, Chase.
Whoa, man, I got skills. Thanks, Phil. I got skills. They're multiplying.
Next is rapping.
Oh, no, I can't rap, bro. I can't rap, bro, and I won't say why. But either way you look at it, I just want to just thank Kay Davis for coming in, representing the Liverpool Women's Charity. And can you just tell us once again how people can find you, not just Phil's sister?
Yes. So you can email fundraising at lwh.nhs.uk, and you can follow us on social media. All our handles are on the website, and Liverpool Women's Hospital Charity.
And your events are probably like on Instagram
They
and all
are,
that
they
kind of
are,
stuff.
yes.
You got somebody that does your like
Lovely
reels?
Orla. Oh, lovely Orla. Yeah.
Well, I was wondering what Orla does
Blimey.
and everything like that, you know. I mean, so she'll be wearing that pink and purple stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
What a
And,
girl. What a girl.
well, yeah, that's true. So either way you look at it is, thank you once again, Kate, for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Thank you, Phil, for engineering and telling us about your sister. It's all good. You know, Phil doesn't usually talk, but he loves it when he gets a chance to speak.
We'll play out to It's a Family Affair, shall we? It's
Yeah.
a family affair.
All right, now we're demonetized. So I'm Chase Johnson Lynch. You've been listening to the Liverpool Community Podcast for as long as it lasted before Phil started to sing. And we out of here.